All right, all right, all right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong. And do my best to represent Harlem.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. Coming in off the road, the Pistons are back in Detroit for this game. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change of the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor, and Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve. And what a feeling it's got to be for this young player is that last bucket represents the first official score in the NBA from Freak.
Yeah, and you know, he can relax a little bit now. That first one is in the books. It won't be the biggest bucket he makes in his life, but man, it may be the most memorable.
I think you may be right about that. No matter how many thousands of them he winds up with, he'll never forget that first one.
And you know, Utah might not have finished 500 on the season, but they did finish 500 against the Eastern Conference. Went 15-15 last season.
There's the pick. Here's Jackson. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Passes it to Lyles. Now here's Hayward. He's guarded closely. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Hayward's got 5.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Jackson a screen on Hayward. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. Dishes to Johnson. Takes a 3. Booker pulls it in. Utah leading by 3. Exum passes a Freak. Shot on the wing. The rebound by Johnson.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
For the Jazz, Joe Ingles is checked in for Hayward. Rodney Hood subbed in for Exum. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Freak. Off target from outside. Here's Caldwell Pope. Can't get it to go.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective from most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Jazz leading by 5.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
And so in the game for the Jazz, Exum and Hayward filling at the 2 and the 3. Trevor Booker is out there with Lyles, and it's Freak in at the point.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
There's a screen. Jackson drives in. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Freak. Makes it off the glass. Freak's got the lead up to 7 now for Utah. Well, with Coach Stan Van Gundy, it was a very successful first year in Detroit. He's a guy who's going to build around defense. That's been his M.O.
And Van Gundy has always been a defensive first type guy, Kevin. I mean, the last 30 years he's has probably the best defensive efficiency for a career as a coach, and his teams always play with great emphasis on that side of the ball. Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Jackson dishes to Tolliver. Outside Jackson. Shot off the pick. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And now just a 3-point Utah lead. Here's Freak. Feeds it to Booker. Exum kicks to Hayward. Good on the shot. Hayward's got 5 points now this quarter.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop. And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And that one's good. And it's a 7-point Jazz lead. Now Jackson. Out to the wing. Tolliver kicks to Caldwell Pope. 1 second left. Jump shot is good. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Looked like he was channeling Bob Cousy right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble like that?
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. Very nice offensive first half from the reserves. You guys had a big impact. We'll be coming back to you in the second half. Our offense in the paint was a positive. Our entry passes were sharp, and you showed off some excellent post moves. Really nice footwork down there. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that'll do it, folks.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
Well, Andre Drummond asserted himself in a big way in this game. He is a terrifying presence, and tonight he was fully motivated and engaged. His rebounding on both ends of the court has always been sensational. The man was just a monster in the paint.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson.